We're on Wentz watch here at Channel 13. Want to see if the Colts quarterback is going to be ready for Sunday's big game against Tennessee. Welcome inside the dry and comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios for a Wednesday night. I'm Scott. We'll be talking with Angela in a moment because I've been looking at the radar here on my phone. Look how much green there is. Still lots of rain to talk about, and we're going to find out about your Thursday forecast. And we're going to get a sneak peek at your weekend because we know you've got outdoor plans and you're wondering, hey, when is this rain ever going to stop? We're also going to check in with a friend of the show, Lauren Kostick, tonight. Lauren's been focusing on the IPS State of the District address tonight. And would it surprise you to know that the number one concern is not COVID? And it's not kids walking to school because of a lack of bus drivers. There is another issue that is gaining a lot of attention at IPS. Lauren will break that down for us as we get together with you here on Facebook Live. Let us know where you're watching. We want to know a couple of things. Is it raining at your house? And where are you watching tonight? Let us know those two things there in the comments section. We'll give you a shout out over the next few minutes. But we want to begin our evening as we do every weeknight here at 10 o'clock on the WTHR Facebook page with Angela to talk about the weather. My friend, this was about as bad a day weather-wise as I can remember in months.
Yeah, it was definitely not a day to spend any time at all outside.
Right.
It was rainy, it was windy, it was cool.
Right.
50s, that's it.
Right.
And wind-driven rain.
I know, it's just, I mean, before I came into work, I'm wearing jeans for the first time and a coat, like a light jacket, of course. But for the first time in months.
Yeah, I had sent Luke when he was home last weekend for a couple days from Purdue, and no AC, so it's been hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's been very hot up there. I'm like, you better take a couple pairs of pants. And he texted me, he's like, thanks for that, because it was chilly today.
He needed that today, that's
for
right.
sure. I don't know if all the college kids have completely done their wardrobe change.
Right.
And don't put the shorts away yet, because we actually still have a couple of 80-degree days in the 7-day forecast.
Okay.
That's very typical for central Indiana as we kind of get into changing the seasons a little bit.
Right.
But today it was rainy. We ended up with anywhere from just over an inch to nearing 3 inches of rain. These are some radar estimates from how much rain fell today. And we could add another, half inch to maybe an inch, especially if you are north and east of Indianapolis. That's where the back edge of the weather system is going to linger a little longer, and that will be through a good part of tomorrow. So that's radar, how it looks now. Still a lot of rain out there this evening, and it is cool. We have mid-50s, Indianapolis 55, only 52 in Richmond, and 54 degrees in Columbus and in Bedford. Provided we get some dry time, allowing those temperatures to drop a few degrees, we'll be in the upper 40s. We'll call upper 40s, low 50s out the door for your Thursday. Grab the umbrella. Steadiest rain will fall through the early half of the day, and then some dry time late in the afternoon and the early evening as the weather pattern begins to change. And speaking of change, temperatures were down significantly from this time yesterday. We're down anywhere from 5 to as much as 15 degrees, and the forecast for tomorrow is definitely a cool one. And speaking of cool, only 55 right now as the rain continues to fall in downtown Indianapolis. So tomorrow, grab the umbrellas. We'll be close to 60, but like today, spend most of the day in the 50s.
Okay. A lot of people weighing in on your dress tonight. A lot of people like you wearing pink tonight, including Melanie saying, Angela, you look pretty in pink tonight. Ralph saying he's in Alabama and talking about 70s and 80s down in the Alabama area. Good to have you with us. We've got Chris from Hartford City saying it's soggy and cold in Hartford City tonight. Let's see. Donna says, I was out there all day. The mail must go through. Donna, thank you for delivering the mail. We've got Sharon from Logansport tonight. Brad says Mike Pence is adjusting well in his new position. I don't know. Is that a crack at me? Because
no.
I don't know. Maybe
it's the hair.
I don't know.
It's only the hair. It's just the hair.
Right. John saying he's from Wisconsin because the Ryder Cup is going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the weather was crazy up there today.
Right.
But so was it just practice today?
I think they start Thursday.
So tomorrow,
I think.
Friday, I have an aunt and uncle from the West Coast, sorry to interrupt, that are going to be there for the first couple rounds.
Oh, Ryder
Huge
Cup
golf.
is so great.
Oh my gosh, but that course up there, I had saw somebody on social media say this is what the Americans chose because it very much looks like a European course.
Yeah, well, let's hope the Americans can get it done. Teresa saying Angela looks great in pink. Jean is in Fairmount tonight. And we had somebody, April, watching from 38,000 feet in the air, landing back in Indy in about 20 minutes. April,
welcome
good
home.
to have you with us as she's making the flight home. So it's great to have everybody here on Facebook Live. We'll get to more of your comments coming up in a minute, but let's turn our attention to the big story tonight, the IPS State of the District address with the superintendent, and a friend of the show, Lauren Kostick, is joining us tonight. So Lauren, I thought it was interesting. So you've got the state of the district, and COVID is not the #1 issue, nor is the bus driver shortage that I know the school district dealt early on. They are facing a different challenge. Tell our viewers about it.
Exactly, Scott. Well, the superintendent, Dr. Johnson, got pretty candid tonight, talking more, not like you said, not about COVID, but more about IPS schools becoming more equitable and also where they stand with the budget. Those were the two big things that she focused on tonight. So I reached out to this group. They're called Stand for Children here in Indiana to really get their take on it, because last July, that group helped IPS parents deliver this petition to the school board demanding a more equitable district, including things like better distribution of funding and programs that help improve results of students of color. So tonight, I reached out to their communications director and some parents, and they sent me a statement, and they said they really applaud Dr. Johnson to, address this issue and really get into these details, because, we also know this is something Dr. Johnson has been really passionate about. So, she kind of outlined the goals and what we can expect. And then coming up at 11, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into how everyone in the community can get involved in this conversation, and that will be starting next week.
Okay, and we know that the budget probably plays a big role in that. So tonight on 13 News at 11, we'll also be looking at how the budget presents different challenges in terms of IPS trying to be, trying to erase this lack of equity in the school district. So we'll take a look at that, and thank you so much for giving our viewers a preview of your story. Yeah, look, I think we just heard one of the dogs there in the apartment, right? So is that Murphy or Milo?
Oh, it's Milo. He's been upset because it's been rainy, so he blames Angela.
Okay. So now you're shaking the treats so they come on over, right? So I thought there was this thing, though, with the sound of my voice that the dogs started barking and they started... Right.
They were in the basement because they've been running around there. But yes, usually they hear your voice, and that's when they know. Okay,
all right.
Down so we can get him in there.
All right, so I do see Milo. How's Milo? And there's Murphy.
There's Murphy. They're like, it's the best time of the day. I know your ears flopped. You guys want to do your? Oh, it's a little dark. We can't do your trick. Oh,
right. And are Milo and Murphy, are their Instagram accounts exploding with popularity now that they've been Facebook stars here?
So my boyfriend, who is Murphy's dad, texted me and he's like, "What are all these people following Murphy for?" I was like, "He's famous, Jeff." So yes, they have gotten lots of. Oh no, my camera went out. They've gotten lots of followers. Look at
all right, so just in case we've got some folks that are watching and wanting to follow your dogs on social.
Dietitian.
Yeah, good point.
Milo's dietitian better not be watching.
Right. We're trying to we're trying to get Milo to lose a couple of pounds, but all right. So where can they follow Milo and Murphy on social media?
So Milo is Golden Cavalier.
Golden Cavalier.
And then Murphy is That Dude Murphy.
That Dude Murphy.
That Dude Murphy. That's cute.
Ready? You want to catch it? 1, 2. Hold on. There you go.
Yay.
Milo's just one of the most talented dogs out there, and follow Milo and Murphy for all the latest, and Lauren Kostick, of course.
Yeah, me too. Don't forget about me. It's fine. They're more famous.
All right, Lauren. We love having you here on Facebook Live. Love your dogs, too.
Yeah.
All right. We love Lauren Kostick.
Lauren pays the bills, dogs. So please, you cannot be more famous than your owner.
That's true.
Lauren buys the food and the treats.
Yeah. Every newscast where we keep looking for updates on Carson Wentz, Colts quarterback with 2 sprained ankles. They got a big game against Tennessee this weekend. And Dave Calabro and Taylor Tannenbaum were out at the Colts complex today and found out how the QB is doing today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Colts indoor facility. Dave Calabro along with Taylor Tannenbaum. And kind of like the weather, there's a cloud hanging over this franchise. Huge game coming up this weekend. They take on the Titans, the first of 3 on the road. And right now, we don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback because Carson Wentz is injured.
Yeah, as we know, he's dealing with 2 ankle sprains, both his right and his left. We did speak to him. Wentz says the right is significantly worse than the left. We saw him walking through the indoor facility, and you can see he's favoring that right ankle. He did not practice today. We don't know when he'll practice. Didn't even go through walkthroughs. But as you can imagine, it's been a busy few days for the quarterback just trying to get healthy.
I mean, still sore, both of them, and working through it. Honestly, a lot of unknown. See how my body responds and doing everything we can. Each couple hours it's gotten better. So a lot of treatment, throwing the kitchen sink at it, trying to get it healthy.
We have to approach it like he's not going to be in there, right? I mean, given everything that we know at this point, and then be surprised if he is in there. So, not ruled out. We'll just see how it goes.
So right now, the Colts are planning like Jacob Eason will be the starting quarterback, and we'll probably watch this play out maybe all the way till Friday.
Yeah, Wentz even admitted if he is able to go on Sunday, he can't recall a time he's ever played a game without practicing that week before. So we'll see what happens. Of course, they're going up against one of the best running backs in the league in Derrick Henry. This defense has a challenge ahead. Last week rushed for 182 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Seattle Seahawks. This team 0-2 right now heading in there, but DeForest Buckner says they can't think like that.
We just have to approach the week like we're 2-0. Yeah, it's a big game, but that's the mindset that we have to have, you know what I mean? You can't let this thing snowball, into going to 0-3, 0-4, 0-5 or whatever. I mean, we got the right guys, in the building to turn this thing around, and I know we can, and we just got to approach the week like we're 2-0.
So the Colts heading into Sunday optimistically because at this rate, Dave, the AFC South is wide open. They have everything ahead of them.
Yeah, luckily every team in the AFC South stinks right now, so hopefully the Colts can get a win and turn this thing around. With Taylor, I'm Dave Calabro. We'll see what happens with Carson Wentz over the next couple days.
All right, there's your best sports team in Indianapolis. Taylor and Dave doing a great job out there. So we'll see if he's ready.
Yes, it's only Wednesday.
Right.
Game is Sunday.
Yep.
So we've got a few days.
Well, that is uncertain, but what is certain is that viewers love Angela's pink dress.
Oh, I was going to dress for the weather. I on purpose didn't because I thought, oh, it's just typical. It's rainy. You put black on. But
yeah.
So I decided to brighten things up.
Yeah,
So
well, you look beautiful as always. Anastasia saying Angela looks great in pink. And so we're getting lots of those comments tonight.
Thanks.
So.
And Toby on the south side, rainy and cool, nice evening for the fireplace.
Hey, there you go. I know, we actually turned on the fireplace for the first time
this morning. Did you really?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
We weren't quite there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And we'll, obviously keep those windows open, try to let the fresh air in.
Yes.
How's tomorrow looking? Is it going to still be raining?
It is still going to be raining off and on, but not nearly as heavy or as steady as it was today. There will be some off and on spotty showers, especially the early half of tomorrow. Then we'll start to dry things out. Upper 40s, low 50s to start. We'll be close to 64 high, and then sunshine and 70s.
Woo-hoo!
73 on Friday.
So 73 is kind of the pick day of the week, right?
Yeah, we were looking at it on Monday, which I've decided is one of my favorite parts of my job. I obviously love the weather.
Of course.
But I always have the weekend to talk about, which is kind of nice.
That is nice.
It makes
that's
everyone
what
happy.
You're excited about. I think Friday may be a day to come, down with a scratchy throat.
There you go.
Play a little
Rossetti.
18 holes at golf.
Yeah, Rossetti, not feeling so hot.
All right, well, we hope you're feeling good tonight, and we will see you tonight on 13 News at 11. Angela will have your 7-day forecast. We'll have the IPS big story tonight, and the rest of the day is news when we see you tonight over on 13. Good night.